There we are.
Hello.
It's Thursday.
Yes.
I'm on the right. You're on the left. Matching shirts. Perfect harmony. I haven't been to the dentist. I think we should be okay.
I sure hope so.
Oh, gosh. Let's see. For those of you that don't know, that's been kind of our thing the last couple of days is that week before that, we were disharmony.
Yes.
On the wrong sides, in the wrong shirts, just not making sense.
Right.
Then I went to the dentist and sat there like I had a golf ball in my mouth.
That was not good.
I was not brilliant.
Well, actually, you were amazing because after, not only did you make it through the video, the next morning the swelling was pretty bad.
The smelling. The swelling was pretty bad. And the next day, what a perfect lead in, because I wanted to talk about last week. But first, my ultra hot wife, Angie, the talent behind Harmony Vintage. We are Harmony Vintage. She is my hot wife, Angie, and I am Rick. And hi there. I love your wave. Last week we've had kind of a run. We've had a good, busy week.
Yes.
Last Friday was the Vintage Days Market. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We worked Friday morning.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Yeah. It was a really neat experience, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I started to say was that you went anyway, even though it did look like a golf ball. In fact, probably anyone who met you at the show wouldn't know that you're the same person. They saw you today.
They were like, the guy that helped me look like Quasimodo.
No, but you were awesome. You were friendly, and there were a ton of people there on Friday morning.
There was a ton of people.
We were just writing tickets left and right, and it was really fun.
It was exciting.
It was.
And then Friday afternoon, what did we do?
Oh, Friday afternoon, we got to meet Miranda Fear the Maverick at Sugar Mill.
Who is a personal friend of mine now.
I know, she was very nice.
She was so nice. Sometimes you meet people and you're really not sure what to expect. Kind of if they walk around with their nose in the air a little bit, or just kind of, I'm only here for the promotion kind of thing. But she talked to us about her childhood and fighting and pickles and
her faith.
Her faith.
Yes.
Miranda, I love pickles and Jesus too. I bought the T-shirt literally.
Yes.
I should have worn my pickles and Jesus
that
T-shirt.
would have been funny.
That would have been funny. So there's an old Steve Martin bit, who's an old comedian if you're young, and he used to do personal friend of mine.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And then you had your Heather, where you called Heather your friend from Cozy.
Create Your Own Cozy.
From Cozy. And now I have a friend, Miranda.
She's my friend too, though.
And she is your friend too. We got a selfie, which is kind of the new autograph, I think. Yes,
we got a selfie, and then you bought some of her pickle juice.
I bought pickle juice.
How was that? I did not try it.
You know what? It's actually pretty good. It is. Well, it's better than pretty good. It's better than it sounds. Like taking a shot of pickle juice kind of just kind of cringes your face.
It does.
But it was actually really good, to be honest with you. Yeah, I haven't done it yet. I should look up how much you're supposed to do. I did a quarter cup last time and just shot it.
For
digestion and electrolytes, and it's got a lot of benefits. It's not the last bottle jar I will buy. So, Miranda, what else happened this week? Let me think.
It's been a busy week.
Wednesday. What happened to Wednesday?
Wednesday was my birthday.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
It was my birthday.
Oh, please say it into the microphone. It was her birthday yesterday.
Yes.
So please, everybody, comment in and tell Angie happy birthday. You're so sweet. You are so sweet. It's funny. So we've been together for a long time. We've been married for 37 years. We've been together for almost 40. But I was 22 and you were 18 when we got married. And in our circle, our youth group, we met at church as part of our youth group. I was a cradle robber. They're 4 big years. I'll give them that. But
yeah.
Ooh, espresso.
Wow.
I love it. I kind of cheated and made a big one too over there.
I see that.
I have an extra large refill over here. So when we were dating, a little bit of a conspiracy that I was a cradle robber because I was 4 years older than you.
It's not a big deal now.
Not now.
But I was young. I know. But I don't know. For us, it just kind of worked because we kind of grew up together and we've been together a long time and it works.
One of the beautiful parts about being married for a really long time is that you hardly remember things that don't include the other one. So Angie's 38. We've been married 37 years. So I'm joking.
I'm that young.
This weekend is what?
This weekend is, well, there's a lot going on, but the big event is Father's Day on Sunday.
Father's Day.
Don't forget to call your dad.
Yes.
Maybe take him out to dinner.
Absolutely. Maybe take him to Sugar Mill or Vintage Marketplace and let him do some reminiscing about the old times and how things were.
Oh, that would be kind of fun.
Take your dad out. Yeah. Kind of cool, huh? Mm-hmm. So we thought we would kind of have a little, I don't know what they used to call. They used to call them fireside chats or whatever, I think. But a little just to talk about fatherhood. Your father, you had a remarkable father.
I did have a good father.
The standard of...
Well, he wasn't perfect, but I feel very, very blessed to have had him as my dad, even though he died pretty young.
He died very young. Mm-hmm. He died very young. It was pretty sad, tragic. He was such a good man. Mm-hmm. Scary, terrifying for a guy that was courting his daughter.
Yeah.
So I'm a little over 6'3". He was a little under 6'3", so we're almost the same height. Mm-hmm. And at the time, I probably weighed 185.
I don't know.
185 pounds, lean. Mm-hmm. But he probably weighed close to 400.
That might be a little much, but yeah, he was over 300.
Okay.
And he had like a big, scary beard.
He did. He had the big, I guess everybody has a beard now.
Yeah, but back then it was more unusual.
Back then it was, the big kind of ZZ Top Grizzly Adams beard.
Yep. Anybody who ever met my dad was scared of him until they started talking to him. He was actually super nice.
He's a gentle giant.
Yes.
He's a gentle giant.
Yes.
Do you have a story about your dad?
I don't have a story about my dad. I was trying to think of a story, but I couldn't think of one that would do him justice. I just wanted to say, that I still miss him. He's been gone. How long?
30 years.
Yeah, probably. Well, more than 30 years because we didn't have Dakota when
there you go.
He was gone. So yeah, it's been a long time. I still miss him though. But my dad was my hero growing up. I wanted to be my dad when I grew up because he was funny. Didn't quite make that one. But he was really funny and he was really smart and he just I don't know, he always was adventurous and wanted to try new things. He wanted to learn new things. You
got that from him for sure.
Yeah, I never really thought about that till right now.
You are the most adventurous, try something new, get out there and just do it person I ever met in my life. I love that about you.
Oh, well,
thanks, Roger. Thank you for passing that on to your daughter.
I mentioned in the Mother's Day video that I think I got my creativity from my mom, which I think is true. But, my dad was also creative. He liked to work with his hands and worked more with wood and things like that. So maybe I am kind of doing both. I work with...
Yeah, he was very hands-on.
Yes.
He was very hands-on. He was a man's man.
He was. Yeah, my dad could do anything. He could fix a car, although he hated fixing cars. He could fix a car. He could do plumbing. He could do electricity. He could do air conditioning, heating. It really didn't matter. He could do it. And if he couldn't do it, he'd figure it out.
And you went the other way and married a man who can't do any of that.
We're figuring it out.
Thank you, Jesus, for YouTube.
I know, he did all of this before YouTube.
So let's see. I said before, my mom and dad got divorced when I was pretty young, and then he disappeared for a long time. So I didn't have a lot of that to draw from. And then you only know the stories you're told, right? The stories that people tell you about what happened and how things went down.
Right.
Most of what I was told, I'm not really sure I could believe, having grown up and then decided them later.
Well, things sometimes get changed a little bit.
They could. Not that anybody was lying, but they remembered it differently than it happened. So that was kind of weird. My mom and dad got divorced. I think my mom wanted to divorce my dad when I was 6. And then he disappeared until I was 18. And I had joined the Navy, and he married my mom again, which was a little bit weird. At that point, we weren't close personal friends. But then over time, I got to know him, and his heart came out. Like, our relationship got tenfold better. It wasn't a true father-son relationship, but it did get a lot better. But I saw him try to connect and be I'm going to cry.
I know.
I'm going to cry.
Emotional.
Gosh, sorry. I saw him really try to connect with my children and be a good grandfather. He couldn't do a lot about the past, but from the day he was in, he could be a good grandfather moving forward. I am crying now, sorry. He was a good grandfather. And if you want to I don't know, not impress, if you want to make a impact on me, be kind to my wife, be kind to my children, help my wife, help my children, feed my wife, help my children, meet their needs. If you are reaching out to my family, you are reaching out to me, right? So, and that restored our relationship quite a bit. I'm sorry, I'm sitting here crying on YouTube. This is ridiculous.
Well, you do cry a lot.
I do cry a lot. I cry so much. And so, yeah, I have a friend, and he says, "Hey, Jonathan," he says, "I've seen you cry more than I've seen my wife cry." So anyway, my dad did reach out to my children, and he became a very good grandfather. He too is gone now. But I thought he made an amazing comeback for what he had. I think he was ashamed of how he had acted in the past, and kind of some people made it hard for him to escape that past. And but for his part, he was a beautiful grandfather. And when he came back into our lives, I mean, he tried hard to be a dad too. He tried hard to be a dad too. He didn't know how. He didn't know how, but excuse me. Anyway, there's dads. Anything else on fatherhood?
Well, you're an amazing dad.
Oh gosh,
he is.
Thank you. You're very kind. I have 2 amazing kids. I have a 36-year-old daughter named Bethany.
Hi, Bethany.
Hi, Bethany. I love you. And I have a 30-year-old son named Dakota. Thank you, my dear, for 2 well above average kids.
They're pretty great.
They're pretty great. In thinking about Father's Day and reflecting on it, and we read the Bible quite a bit, and it has a lot to say about fathers and what they should be doing and how they're doing it. And I'm intimidated by what I read, and I think it's probably true with mothers and fathers. Most of us are doing the best we can with what we have.
I think that's true.
I don't think anybody
there
is
are
just
horror stories.
There are horror stories, but I don't think anybody sets out just to be a bad mom or a bad dad. I'm just going to run with this.
Right.
So I think everybody's doing the best they can with what they have. And the rest of us need to kind of come alongside and help them where we can and show a lot of grace, right? Because there is an interesting thing. My daughter has a daughter.
Yes.
Who is 11 and adorable. She'll be 12 in July. And so my daughter is encountering a lot of the things that we encountered when we were young.
Right.
And she calls me up from time to time and she's like, Dad, I'm sorry. Remember when I X? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
She does. It's kind of sweet.
It's kind of sweet, and it kind of feels good. It kind of heals, right? Because you messed some things up when you were young. You didn't do everything perfect. You want to be, but you're not. So when those phone calls come, those are pretty precious, right?
They are.
And it's like, Dad, when I was 11, I thought I knew it all. Turns out. So
didn't we all?
That's it. So Bethany, I love you. Dakota, I love you. I'm proud of both of you. Fatherhood is a weird deal, and you're protecting, you're providing, you're trying to offer. In providing, you want to provide financially, you want to provide a safe place, a roof over their head, food in their bellies, but you also want to provide your presence.
Yes.
And I don't know that I always did that exactly well. I was trying to take care of the other things. But providing your presence, you want to be a good example to your children in your faith, in your relationship with their mother, your wife. You want to try and do a good job. So,
yeah, I mean, you were definitely there a lot, but you worked a lot. And that couldn't really be avoided, but yeah, you spent all the rest of the time with us.
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried
and took them fishing.
Yeah,
I was just thinking that we did a lot of fishing and camping and just a lot of outdoor activities. I think
I think who we are, right?
Yeah.
I think we're outdoor people.
Yeah.
So we were going to do the video outdoors, but as it turns out, it's 111 outside and the neighbors are roofing. So
the roof was the final straw.
Probably could have done the show in the shade, but the roofers are, we're a little bit loud. Well, this was nice.
This was nice. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. I know you don't need to apologize, but
non-scripted, right? I mean, we thought about the topic of fatherhood, but we didn't really get into the details because I think unscripted stories make for the best stories, right? And unscripted things make things happen more authentically than a well-rehearsed story. So that's what that was.
Yes.
What's going on this week?
Well, there are a couple events happening. Do you want me to go over both of them, or are we splitting them up?
You do Vintage Marketplace, and I'll do Sugar Mill.
Vintage Marketplace has more stuff going on. So this weekend is their first market. So through the summer and the fall, Vintage Marketplace once a month has like an outdoor vendor market. It's in the parking lot of Vintage Marketplace, and a lot of vendors come rent a booth and present some stuff. It's kind of fun.
Oh yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's happening this Saturday, and then through the whole weekend they're having the sale as they do once a month. So there'll be at least 10% off on everything in the store. Some booths will have even more.
Yes.
And then, sorry, I mixed up the order a little bit, but on Friday, so that's on Saturday. On Friday, they're having their vendor clean out.
Why don't you explain what that is?
I can't read my writing. But so the vendor clean out is just kind of all the vendors, if they have stuff that they want to put on extra special sale, we're going to be on the patio. and you get some super good deals.
Super good deals. It's kind of like a yard sale for people that do this stuff.
Yeah.
You end up with a lot of extras when you do this thing.
Yes.
There is a lot of, hey, I'm going to do that, but then you don't get around to it, or somebody offers you something, or somebody gives you something, gifts you something. So there's a lot of that. You bought 4 to get the purple one, but you don't need the red, white, and blue one. So whatever it is, they mark them down and clearance them out. I know.
It's making me so sad.
Still crying.
But yeah, so some vendors, they buy wholesale, so they just have things they want to clear out. So they'll have those things there. So right there on the front patio, it's pretty fun. You get to talk to the vendors, you get to meet them, and then again, you can go inside the store and get your 10% off, or more.
What do we have at Vintage Marketplace? What booth number? We
are booth number 1.
Right.
So once you go inside the front door, you turn left, and we're right there in the corner. We're Harmony Vintage. And
go ahead.
I was going to say, right now we just decorated for 4th of July.
Independence Day. God bless America.
So a bunch of red, white, and blue. So it's kind of cool.
Very nice. And then we have IOD, Iron Orchid Designs. And that's kind of halfway down on the north side.
Yes.
By the paint display.
Yeah, if you walk past where the restroom area is, there's some paint, and then there's our IOD supplies there. So if you're feeling creative, that's a good spot to visit.
Boom.
Grab some supplies.
And Sugar Mill, is that good?
Yeah, okay. That's all I got.
Sugar Mill is doing something I really value this in them. They are so community based, and they are. I have a real regard for people that reach down and help people up when they have to take a knee. Sometimes life is hard. Things don't go your way. Things don't go the way you wanted them to, and you need help. I think Sugar Mill, Sarah and Van and everybody out there is really good about lifting people up.
Yeah, they get it.
I said, if you want to help me, help my family. I said that earlier.
Yes,
right?
you did.
I think that's what these guys do. They help your family, right? They're doing a food bank collection for Weld Food Bank. It's called Compete to Beat Hunger. It runs through June 21st.
Right.
You can give in person. They have a big bucket right by the front store.
I think it's orange. Right?
It's orange, right?
It's hard to miss.
Yes, it's a traffic cone orange and big.
Yes.
And
you can bring your non-perishable food items, put them in there.
Absolutely. You can make cash donations there, which is awesome. And they also have a team. It is www.mightycause.com. Mighty, cool, right? mightycause.com /Team Sugar Mill Antiques and Vintage Depot.
Nice.
So you want to be on Team Sugar Mill, donating, help some people out, something you can feel good about. I think the kindest, most noble help you can give is to somebody who will never know it was you that helped them.
Yes.
So you help the food bank, they give it to the people that need it. It's weird, right? In Weld County, it's a fairly economically put together county, but there are some people that don't know where their next meal's coming from.
Right.
And we need to get together and help those people out. These are your neighbors too, right? These are not, this is Weld County. This is the guy that lives 2 doors down from you. So that's really good to be able to do that. So Sugar Mill, thank you for doing that. Again, Sugar Mill Beat the Hunger campaign for Weld Food Bank, June 21st. Stop by, give in person, or donate online at mightycause.com. Team Sugar Mill Antiques and Vintage Depot.
Yep.
How are we?
I think we're good. Are you good?
I just went on YouTube and cried.
Okay. It was going to happen.
It was going to happen.
Everyone's surprised it hasn't already happened.
I was thinking about that. How is it? We have a sign right over there that my beautiful wife got me that hangs above my spot where I sit all the time. And it says, "I'm pretty cool, but I cry a lot."
It's like they made it just for you.
It's not untrue. Any shout outs before we go?
Well, Disposed Bros. Did we already shout them out?
Disposed Bros.
Thank you, Disposed
Bros.
Always. Yes.
For everything you do. They like our videos. They comment on our videos. They share our videos. Yes. They gift us with furniture to work on. So they are tremendous. And if you have any hauling needs, please call Dispose Bros. They have a 5-star Google review. I know them personally and vouch for them. Good guys. Yeah. And they try to recycle or donate 50% of everything they haul away from your house. So
that's pretty good.
Reasonable rates and 2 strong guys with character that'll do the work.
Yes.
Shout out to Michelle.
Yes, thank you, Michelle.
Why are you thanking Michelle?
So Michelle just had a few furniture items sitting around her house, and she asked us if we wanted to come and take a look. So we came back out with some pretty cool things.
Well,
they need painted up. We'll show them when we get them painted up.
Yes, but that was awesome.
Thank you.
So please like. We have 199 followers.
I know.
We are one short of 200. So please like the videos. Please subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah.
Share, follow. Please comment and wish Angie happy birthday. We're going to dinner tonight.
Yeah.
Yay. We're getting together with Dakota, our son, and we're going to Nordy's Barbecue, which is a
one
family
of my favorites. Yes.
So that's awesome.
That'll be fun.
So please wish my wife a happy birthday and have a great weekend.
And call your dad.
Call your dad. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Man, that's a meaningful job, and you have so much impact. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
Have a good weekend, everybody. We love you and we thank you. Your crybaby husband.